Hello everyone and welcome to episode 8 of Exploring Experiments with Cody. Now I hope you're all having an amazing school holidays thus far, and I hope you're ready for another colour themed science experiment. So for today we're going to be exploring density in liquids. Now even though I've only just been able to wash all the fruit dye off my fingers from last week, we are once again going to be using fruit dye and getting very messy. So let's get straight into it. But what you're going to need for today, you're going to need 5 clear glasses. Got 5 set up right here. You're going to need 5 different colours of fruit dye. I have blue, yellow, red, green and pink here. You're going to need some warm water, which I've prepared here already. You're going to need a clear plastic straw. Now it does work better with a clear straw. You can use coloured straws, but you won't be able to see this experiment as well. I recommend you just have a look in your closest cheap shop. They are quite hard to find at the moment because we are now using eco-friendly paper straws. But they will not work for this experiment. Try and find a clear plastic straw. But other than that, you're also going to need a lot of sugar. Now I have a whole bunch of sugar here. You're not going to need quite this much, but you are going to need quite a few teaspoons. But now that we've got all this set up, we're going to get started. So I'm going to put my sugar away for now. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fill all my glasses about 2/3 of the way with water. I'm making quite a mess once again. Nearly filled all our glasses. You don't want to fill them up too much because you will have to stir them. But there we go, all our glasses are filled. Now we've done this, I know I didn't do this great last week, we're going to put a few different drops of fruit dye in each one, just a little bit. There we go, that's a little bit better. Just going to put them all in and then give them all a stir. Probably a little bit too much, but it is better if you have a little dropper. A little bit in there. And once again, some pink in this one. And then I'm going to move all of these out of the way because I wouldn't want to bump them. And I want you to be able to see these glasses properly. And then I'm just going to give them all a bit of a stir with my straw, or one of my straws at least. Give them all a stir. Make sure the fruit dye is properly mixed in with the water. It's not that hard to do. Nice and simple, just give it a quick stir and your water should be fully changed colour now. Now this is where our sugar comes into play. So what you're going to need to do, you're going to need a teaspoon like this one I have here, and you're going to want to put 1 teaspoon of sugar in this one. We're going to put 2 teaspoons of sugar in this one, 3 in this one, and we're going to keep going until we have 4 in this one. Doesn't have to be exact. And finally 5 in this one. Now this is a lot of sugar. I would not recommend eating this much sugar, but it will be fine in our water. I think that was 5. And I have made quite a mess once again. But what you're going to want to do now is give them all a stir. Because we want our sugar to dissolve in our mix. So that's why we need warm water. You don't have to use warm water, but that will help the sugar to dissolve a little bit better. Because we need all of our different cups to have a different level of density. Now what that means is that all these glasses have a different amount of molecules packed into them because of our sugar that we have mixed in. And what happens when liquids have a different density level, they do not mix quite as well as they would if they had the same density. Which means that hopefully, if I have mixed all of this properly, I might want to do a little bit more mixing than I have because I can see the salt is all resting at the bottom. Doesn't matter if you mix them up a little bit. And now, what we should be able to do, because they have different density levels, is if what you want to do, you have our straw, you're going to put your 4 fingers around it like this, and your thumb completely over the top, and you just want to dip a little bit in, pull your thumb up, and then put it back on, and you can see that it has stored some in there. And then what we're going to do, you're going to go a little bit deeper this time, and you're going to quickly take your thumb off, and you're going to put it back down. And you can see that the red or the pink colour has stayed there, but now we have green here as well, and it has not mixed in together. And then we want to keep doing that with all of our colours. And now I have all 5 of my colours mixed into this one straw. You can see my pink at the top, then green, then red, then yellow, then blue. Now, although this is the order I did it in, the density that a liquid has determines how heavy it is, which means the heaviest liquid will go to the bottom. And you know what happens is as soon as I take my thumb off, it's all going to fall out. But you can see this is how density in liquids works. I'm going to try it again, except I'm going to mix up the order this time. I'm going to go green first, and then yellow, and then blue, and then red. And you know what I've done? Is I have accidentally bent my straw when I was doing that, and it all got mixed in together. So we're going to give that one more shot with a fresh straw. You might need to switch up your straws in between. We're going to go green, blue, yellow, and pink. You can see it's not working quite as well now that we're doing it in a different order. So we're just going to make sure, I'm going to do it once again in our ascending order of densities. Just remember, when you do it, you just want to take your thumb off really quickly before you put it back on. And you can see it has once again worked, and our colours are able to stay separated. And once again, as soon as I take my thumb off, it all falls back out. But really, that's a pretty basic look at what density is and how it works with our liquids. We have another quite messy one. I have some stuff on my hands. I'm sure that'll take almost a full week to get off again. Guess I need to wash my hands a little bit better. But otherwise, it is starting to pour down with rain, so it might be a little bit harder to hear me. But unfortunately, that is the end of this week's episode. I hope you've all enjoyed our density and colour themed episode for today. I hope you all have an amazing week, your last week of school holidays, and I'll see you next week for one more colour themed school holiday program video. But otherwise, if you just want to have a quick look on our Facebook page after this, and we have put up some advertising for our Halloween program, which is going to be a scavenger hunt around Bendigo. So give that a look, maybe sign up for that if it sounds like something you're interested in. Otherwise, have an amazing week everyone, and I'll see you at 2 o'clock next Thursday. Goodbye everyone.